Hello everybody, welcome to your fourth instalment of your bite-sized Pilates. The exercise I'm introducing to you today is something that you can feel but you can't really see. So I'll do my best to talk you through it, and if you've got any questions do let me know. So essentially it's the activation of both your core and your pelvic floor muscles. So the muscles underneath your tummy muscles, so people often refer to the six-pack, so the muscle underneath that is known as the transverse abdominis. It's like a barrel that goes around the body, and then again the pelvic floor, which is like a sling from back to front, as it were. So I like to call those ins, referring to the transverse abdominis, and the ups, referring to the pelvic floor. So we know these muscles work best on the out breath. So it's a really good practice to do these exercises that I'm recommending to you today, 3 times a day, ideally in 3 positions. So for me, I would perhaps do it first time in the morning when I'm laid down in bed, sometime during the day when I'm sat down, maybe working at my laptop, and then stood up, say cooking the dinner, or just generally walking around. So 3 positions is ideal, because the different positions you put your body in, the muscle changes length, and it gets the muscle strong in different positions. So that's why it's good to be, say, stood up, sat down, and then laid down. So as we know, like I said, these muscles work best on the out breath. So you take a deep breath in through your nose, and then slowly as you breathe out of your mouth, draw your tummy muscles in, that's below the belly button, and the pelvic floor up. Now if you're doing this with me and you think, oh, I can't do both at the same time, try one and then the other. So in terms of the pelvic floor, imagine it's like a lift, and it's going from floor 1 to 2, all the way up to floor 10, as high as it can. And then ideally you let it go slowly from floor 10 to 9 to 8, won't count all of them, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. So that's a slow lift and then a slow release. Likewise, it's good to work the muscles quickly. So the slow lift and slow release is really helpful for when we're walking around, maybe picking up a child, doing the washing, just generally endurance, keeping that pelvic floor lifted. And then what we've got what we call quick flicks. So you go, if it's a lift again, you go from floor 0 to floor 10 quickly. So 10, 9, squeeze, squeeze, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's really good for when you cough or jump or sneeze, to keep that pelvic floor muscle switched on. The tummy muscles don't need to do the 10 slow and quick flicks, but it's good to have that connection as well so that your spine is protected from underneath and all the way around. So for those that don't know how to activate the pelvic floor, I find it easy to think about stopping myself going to the toilet, either way. And gents, from what I've heard, it's a little bit like if you had nothing on from the waist down and you were to enter some really cold water and then you get that feeling, that's your pelvic floor. So that's what we're after, and it is in males and females, so this exercise is for everybody. It's really good to support the spine, because as we know, the spine needs support, and if it doesn't have support, then you can get things like lower back pain and, you know, all sorts of horrible injuries. So this really is the basis of all Pilates-based exercises and life, to be honest. So in terms of day-to-day life, this is the last thing I'll mention today. Your tummy should be pulled in about 1/3. So if you're not sure how to do that, you pull it all the way in as hard as you can, let it go halfway, and then roughly half again. And that's kind of where you should be for life. Sitting up, getting up and down of the chair, picking up the kettle, walking around. So there should be some connection there, but not super, super hard so you can't breathe, because that's more heavy lifting. With the pelvic floor, with your ups, if you think about the lift again from floor 1 to 10, about floor 3 is good for life, as I just described. So in summary, about 1/3 in and up for life, a little bit more if you're working harder, and then for your ups exercises, you've got 10 slowly up and slowly down, just once, and then 10 quick flicks. Do that just once, and that's set 3 times a day. Hope that makes sense. Any questions, do let me know. Thank you.